Hi, thank you for joining us. My name is Gavin Watts, and together with my wife Wendy are the divisional leaders in Queensland. Here are a few fun facts. Queensland is the second largest state by area in Australia. Queensland is nearly 5 times the size of Japan, 7 times the size of Great Britain, and 2.5 times the size of Texas. Everything is not always bigger in Texas. If Queensland was to be its own country, it would rank 18th largest in size in the world. There are many flavours that are unique to Queensland. Bundaberg ginger beer, Bowen mangoes, avocados, bananas, stone fruit, Kirk's sarsaparilla, pineapples, Eka strawberry ice cream, Kingaroy peanuts, just to name a few. Now that you're salivating, let's bring this back to what we're here for. How do we do mission in this great state? How do we, as Queenslanders in this vast state with our own challenges of geography, laid-back, outdoor lifestyle, bring our own flavour to transforming Queensland one life at a time with the love of Jesus? We, with the Queensland Divisional team, have been working on a divisional plan, a journey that we want you to join us in. This isn't to give you more work to do, more things to do, but to bring unity and alignment with the territorial vision and mission. We also look to key themes from our local mission plans and consider how we could support the really great things already happening on the ground in Queensland. We prayed and considered what God was calling us to in light of Scripture. And we were drawn to Matthew chapter 22, verses 37 to 40, and it really captured everything that we were saying. Jesus said, "Love the Lord your God with all your passion and prayer and intelligence." This is the most important, the first on any list. But there is a second to set alongside it. Love others as well as you love yourself. These two commands are pegs. Everything in God's law and the prophets hangs from them. There are 2 commandments that these verses capture. Firstly, love the Lord your God with all your passion and prayer and intelligence. In other words, to be Jesus-centered. And the second is, love others as you love yourself. And for us, that is being community-focused. The Jesus-centered, community-focused model gives us a Queensland-specific direction, a focus and a hope for the future of our great state of Queensland. We will use the Jesus-centered, community-focused model to see Jesus-centered approaches to fulfill our mission of caring for people, creating faith pathways, building healthy communities, and working for justice.
How does the Jesus-centered and community-focused model work? The model is in the form of 2 overlapping circles, and it highlights the 2 driving passions of our mission. The passion of being centered on Jesus and to share in relationship and community with others. The arrows signify the desire to see overlapping circles increase over time, with the ultimate goal of being 2 fully overlapping circles. To be Jesus-centered means that we love the Lord your God with all your passion and prayer and intelligence, so that at all times we reflect God's love in all that we do, how we work with others, with our leaders, with our congregations, and importantly, our communities. To be community-focused means love others as well as you love yourself. To do this, we intentionally position ourselves, our activities and facilities to effectively engage with our communities. Our dream is to see all Salvation Army mission expressions living in the increasing overlap of these 2 circles, where Jesus and community are at the heart of who we are and what we do. When we live in this overlap of being Jesus-centered and community-focused, we will see people, mission expressions and other community groups working together because our mission is too big to do it on our own. We will see vibrant, unified and safe culture in all local mission expressions. When we are fervently living out Jesus-centered and community focus, people will be coming to know Jesus because every core and centre have passionate people who can articulate the Christian faith pathway and are discipling others in culturally relevant ways. When we live in the overlap, our spiritual lives will be so on fire, so alive, so passionate. We will see emotionally healthy spiritual leaders from all ages and ethnicity rising up so that our leadership balance is in surplus. We will be amazing stewards who will give sacrificially, making the most of all our resources. When we live in the overlap of being Jesus-centered and community-focused, the Salvation Army will be seen as more than a charity because it is being driven by Jesus-centered people.
For those of you who want to know more, you have the choice of either a one-page handout, or for those who love detail, there's a 19-page brochure. Just ask your corps officer, mission leader, manager, or hold your phone camera at the screen and it will take you to Ask Queensland at salvationarmy.org.au email address. William Booth, the co-founder of the Salvation Army in 1912, gave a God-inspired speech that is at the very heart of who we are and what we do.
While women weep as they do now, I'll fight.
While children go hungry as they do now, I'll fight.
While men go to prison, in and out, in and out.
As they do now, I'll fight.
While there is a poor lost girl upon the street,
while there remains one dark soul without the light of God,
I'll fight, I'll fight, I'll fight to the very end.
God has and is still calling us to be Jesus-centered and community-focused. Let's not give up the fight. We need you. Let's fight together until every Salvation Army expression, core and centre is Jesus-centered and community-focused.